The machine learning industry is powered by a large workforce of data workers that keeps the wheel of the machine learning industry running. We never think about these. They are like invisible. They're also called the ghost workers. I'm Cecilie Falkenström. I'm an artist working with artificial intelligence or machine learning. I am the international artist in residence at the Mindscapes project here at Welcome. A lot of data workers experience depression and anxiety and PTSD from looking at a lot of horrible stuff online. So what my project is about is to make all of us aware that there is a large workforce of low-income workers that in a way slave away to keep the wheels of tech capitalism running. And I'm creating a new piece of work which is called I See It So You Don't Have To. The piece of work is informed by a range of rich conversations I have had with content moderators with lived experiences of moderating content online. Together we have identified main themes in relationship to the mental health issues that they experience from the labor practices by being content moderators. For many people, it's quite hard to understand the work conditions of content moderators of our time. So I found it interesting to try to look back in history to see if we can find some links back to workers of different times. And especially I became really interested in the textile industry. Because in the textile industry of the first industrial revolution, they were also experiencing a rapid transformation with the introduction of new technology or new machines. Because the mechanical looms were invented and it changed the way the workers were working, because now they had to be the humans working behind the machine. They had to fit their working processes into the logic of the machine to enable the machine to perform at its best possible ways. Which of course is a parallel to the content moderators today, which are also working to fill in the gap where the machine learning algorithm is not yet good enough. In the work, I utilize machine learning to create an imagery that is then woven on a Jacquard loom. Normally you would create a tapestry to pay homage to a great victory or a king or a really powerful person. In this piece of work, I'm turning the roles upside down, creating a wall hanging that pays homage to all the invisible content moderators, which are working hard to keep our tech industry running, but which we normally never think about in our contemporary daily lives.
Hello, my name is Selena Scola. I'm happy to have had a collaborative contribution as a former content moderator fighting for mental health support and improved working conditions for content moderators globally. Content moderators review and filter content uploaded to online platforms, creating labeled databases critical to training AI systems. Content moderators are repeatedly exposed to live stream content of real-time murders, rape, suicide, sexual child exploitation, violence, videos, hate speech, disinformation, conspiracy theories, animal abuse, and much more 40+ hours a week without psychological support. Exposure to disturbing content significantly increases one's chances of developing PTSD, anxiety, and depression. It impacts one's ability to function from work life to personal relationships and daily activities. To this day, I have sorrow in my bones from my time working as a content moderator. Thank you to Cecilia for creating the humans behind the machine to bring further attention to the harms of content moderation work.
Coming to the work, find yourself in the shoes of the content moderators, in front of the computer, with all the violent content lined up for you to be ready to moderate. So as such, we also have a sense of what our reality online would be if the content moderators were not working in the front line to take down all these violent content for you. Scattered around on the desk in the piece, you also find different artifacts that represent what the content moderators are doing to cope with the harsh work conditions. And you also see things representing coming out of the mental health dilemmas or issues they face. About the computer, we have 5 AI phases, and these represent the artificial intelligence. But it's important to remember that AI today is a discursive construction. There's no such thing as superior AI just existing on its own. AI on a daily basis depends on a large human workforce of both software developers and also data workers that we hardly ever talk about. In the frame of the artwork, you see a lot of humans entangled with wires and technology. They all represent the humans working behind the machine, both historically and in the contemporary tech industry. The piece of work also has 2 main figures. On the one side, a unicorn, and on the other side, a woman. The unicorn, traditionally in tapestry, is a key figure where it used to symbolize purity. Today, in our times, a unicorn is a symbol of a company that has a valuation of more than $1 billion. So as such, the unicorn symbolizes the tech industry. On the other side, we have a woman. She is connected to all the humans in the frame. So she represents all the data workers and content moderators. And she's rising up against the tech industry to make all of us become aware of data workers and content moderators' hard work conditions. In the frame, there's also some symbols. In the lower left corner of the tapestry, you find a Jacquard loom. The Jacquard loom draws references back to the first industrial revolution's textile industry, and as such, the symbol of the Jacquard loom is the bridge between the past textile industries and its labor practices onto our contemporary tech industry and the labor practices of our time. In the other lower corner, you find a neural network, which of course is the technology used in today's machine learning industry. In the middle, you see a globe, and the globe symbolizes that this both today and historically is a global exploitation of human labor that's taking place. In the top, you see a brain, which symbolizes that content moderation is an exploitation of human brain labor. And of course, you see a hand clicking the mouse, which is of course the way that the content moderators execute their daily works. On the frame, you also see a lot of binary code. And if you decode this binary code, you will get text that is discursive articulations of the content moderators' lived experiences.
In the work, I have used the data from the Welcome collection. I have also gathered archival material from MAP Museum of Art and Photography's collection, which has been used to feed into machine learning algorithms, which has created the visuals that we see on the artwork.
To me, Mindscape is this amazing cultural project where I, together with other artists, researchers, can come together to investigate new understandings and new discourses around mental health, where we can dare to investigate subject matters and questions that we don't really have the answers towards, but where we have a strong sense that this is something that is vital to us as human beings to make sure that we live good and healthy lives in our relationship to each other, but also good and healthy life in connection with technology. I would love people to go out from experiencing the artwork and think about the humans behind the machines and start thinking about how can we take care of the mental well-being of the big data working labor force that we have in our time.